Hey everybody, welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie. If you are brand new, I would love for you to post new below. And I'm walking around our hotel because the lighting in our room is not great. And it's storming here in Florida. So I'm tuning in from Florida. We are at a conference, and so we've been in the conference all day yesterday, and then tomorrow. And then we head back home. But I wanted to hop on here because I've gotten this question. I've gotten the same question probably within the last couple hours, at least 5 times. And the question was, can you please help me lose weight? Hey, can you help me with fat loss? Usually when somebody says, can you please help me lose weight? I'm like, do you want fat loss? Like, muscle weighs something, right? So I want you to have an understanding of, let's go after the fat, let's go burn the fat, and what do I have to do just to get started? So as you're tuning in, I want to know, where are you tuning in from? I'd love to know what your goals are. Why are you here? And I know I'm just walking around. I feel awkward because I'm sure there's random people that are going to be walking by. But here is what I did in the header of this video. I wrote down, I think, 5 questions. And the questions are to get you thinking on what true fat loss is going to require and how you can go after what you want. But there's a couple questions I need you to ask yourself. The first question is this. How much water are you drinking? So I want you to know that this isn't overnight, and you didn't get here overnight. Hello. You're not going to get there overnight. And so in general, it takes time. There's expectations. There is an aspect of understanding like, okay, here's where I'm at and here's where I'm going, right? So the first question I like to say is, let's look at what you're drinking. So if you're just getting started, or if you're like need to restart, if you're like this isn't working, whatever the case may be, my question is, all right, I want to know, what are you drinking? What is in, I like to say, what's in your shaker bottle? I have ketones, but I drink ketones and water, right? Or let's just go, okay, what do you drink on a regular basis? What's in your coffee? So let's just look at your drinks, first of all. Second of all, I like to say, like, for an example, are you snacking? So are you eating in between meals? If you are a snacker, who on here is a snacker? So with fat loss, most people, if your goal is fat loss, most people overeat. And it's simply even overeating good food. And so I want you to know something. Number 1, I want you to just have an awareness of how often you are overeating. And so that would be a huge one. Or how often you're eating. Guilty. I see it, Michelle. So in general, if you're eating solid meals, as far as feeling like you're a snacker, then let's make sure we look at your snacks. If you're hungry, what would be a good snack? Everybody below, tell me your favorite keto low carb snack. What is something that you're like, all right, if I'm hungry in between meals, here's what I'm going to eat. For me, it's either almonds or it's macadamia nuts. Those are the 2 things I go after, but I honestly tell myself, like, if I feel snacky, I'm like, what environment am I in? Am I at a party? Am I sitting watching a movie? Like, why do I feel like I'm hungry? And am I truly hungry? So all of this is an awareness. As you're diving into reaching your goals, it's having an awareness of how often you're eating, why you're eating, when you're eating. Am I thirsty? Am I bored? And so we looked at drinks. First of all, it's the first thing I have people do. If somebody messages me and we're going back and forth about their diet, I'm like, I need you to tell me everything you drink. All right, tell me what you're snacking on. So share with me below some of your favorite snacks. It gives people ideas. It's not just about me, it's about you too. So I say things like hard-boiled eggs, pickles, almonds. Make sure you measure it. Don't grab the whole thing of nuts because those can be overdone. I'm guilty of that. Just keep grabbing those, right? Somebody said celery and peanut butter, or celery and almond butter, veggies and dip. So there's tons of keto snacks. I'm not telling you that snacking is bad. I'm just helping you have an understanding that most people overeat, which causes excess fat. So you can overeat even good food. The next question I have is, what are you eating for meals, right? So I'll have people message me. I'm like, are you eating breakfast? Are you intermittent fasting? So we'll start by 1 meal, and I'm like, bacon and eggs, sausage and eggs. Let's get rid of the bread, the pasta, and the rice. And let's just eat more proteins and veggies. And a lot of people go, listen, I need help with like portion control. So I'll say, okay, portion control, smaller plate, right? You don't need to have a main dish and 2 sides and some bread and a dessert. Anybody else raised like that? That was me. That was I feel like so many families where you have a main dish, you've got two sides, you've got bread on the table with butter, and then you've got a dessert after every meal. So having an awareness of, oh, I actually don't have to eat all of this food. Oh, did you know when you go out to eat, you don't have to finish the entire meal? Oh, if I have a big plate, I don't have to fill the plate. If you physically can't eyeball or like listen to when you feel full, some people are like, I don't even know, I just eat and then I'm stuffed. Then you might have to go track your food on like MyFitnessPal or a carb counter, right? So having an awareness of the meals that you're eating. Hi. The meals that you're eating and having an awareness of how often is super huge, and using those tools to help you if you need it. If the smaller plate doesn't help, or if you just, I'm constantly going, am I hungry? Am I hungry? I'm very much a meal eater and I'm not a big snacker. So paying attention to what you're drinking, how often you're snacking, what your meals look like. Stick to like veggies and protein and salads. Drop some of the pasta and the bread. Super loud down there. And then are you moving your body? And not everybody. Well, like I'll have people say, I can't work out, or I had surgery, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, listen, do the best that you can. If you can physically move and go for a walk, or you do the workout that you like to do, maybe it's yoga. I love to do CrossFit. Whatever works for you, you do. If you physically can't, 80%, some people say 90% of your fat loss is due to the food that you eat. So it is going to be mainly what you put in your mouth, moving your body, staying limber, exercising, getting your blood flowing is going to help, but it's not like if you can't, you can't. Like if you can't, you physically can't, right? So working out, and then the last question that I had, so if you are looking at so in the header of this video, I wrote down some questions, and it's really great just to go look at those and ask them for yourself. Ooh, fruits, good question. Somebody asked which fruits. Okay, here's a test, and it's not a test. It's not what you can't have. Somebody said, can I have fruit if you're doing keto or low carb? So here's a question that I tell people all the time. Listen, this isn't about what you can't have. This is about, I want to know your goals. So if you're telling me that you've got this large amount of fat loss that you want to achieve, I'm going to say, let's look at everything you're eating. And I would say, I hate it when somebody says, oh, I can't have that, I'm on keto. Oh no, I can't have that banana. Nope. We can't have, nope, you can't eat carrots. No, you can't. Nope, nope, nope. And I like to say, listen, everybody's different. Everybody's on their own journey. It's not that you can't have something. You're choosing better options, right? So for instance, watermelon season. Of course, my kids love watermelon. My husband loves watermelon. I actually hate fruit, so I don't eat it. But I want you to know, like, if you were going to go to a party and you were going to grab, like, and say, instead of grabbing the cake and the cookies and you're like, I'll grab a piece of watermelon, is that a fail? I say no. Like, there is a difference, like your body processes sugar like sugar, right? But I also want you to understand, like, there's also grace and there's also learning and there's choosing better options, like good, better, best. What is my best option in this moment? Maybe not eating it at all, or eating half of it, or choosing a better option. So when somebody says, I can't have this, I'm like, let's look at all of the things that you can have, or find something different that replaces that. Somebody had asked about fruit, so that's what I'm saying. And I'm not actually seeing all the questions. They're kind of going in and out. So if you have any keto questions below, low carb questions, lifestyle questions, food questions, how-to questions, post them below and I'll come back on either tonight or tomorrow and answer those. But my last question on the header of this video, so I wanted people to think and read the actual questions. Like, what am I drinking? Write it down, have an awareness. What am I eating? What are my snacks looking like? Am I moving my body? And do I actually want this? The last question I asked with a target by it was, am I physically ready, mindset ready? Do I actually want this, or do I just say it? Because there's a difference between somebody saying I want to lose weight and then actually taking the action for it. Because remember, it's not overnight, and expectations are, so I'm going to go to the party, and while my mind might say I can't have that, I'm going to go, what can I have that's going to be my best option in this moment? We give so much energy towards food and what I can't have, and oh, I wish I could have that, and all of this like negative energy towards what I can't, I won't, and then you get so crabby that you wind up eating like double, right? So let's shift it and go, what is a better option for me? Understanding your goals. Why are you here? Seeing yourself as that healthy person. I've talked about this. If you're brand new, You can post a new below, but I've talked about this before. There are many times I'll tell people, you don't even see yourself as a healthy person because you're watching everybody else and comparing yourself to everybody else's videos. But what if you actually saw yourself as that healthy person? So when you go to a restaurant or you go to a party or you're working on making a better choice, you're like, what would me as a healthy person, the goals that I have, like me in that spot, maybe in a year, like what would I choose? What should I choose to get there? Not like what can I not have, but like what is the best option for me? And then choose it, right? We give so much thought to food and when and why and I can't and I wish. Like food is fuel. Food is here to give you some fuel to keep going throughout your day for you to do all the other things that you want to do. Now, I get it. Some people love it and it's a passion. And let's make sure we understand why we actually eat, because our body needs fuel to sustain itself. We enjoy ourselves at parties or going out for dinner or going on dates, and don't let it be obsessive. That's where most people get to the point where they eat for rewards, they eat out of emotion, they eat because they're bored. So a majority of your fat loss is going to be around awareness and then actually answering those questions that I asked in the header of this video. What am I drinking? What can I cut out? What excess sugar am I eating? Where can I cut out the bread, pasta, potatoes, and add in some more veggies and protein? I could go for a walk around the block. I could ask a friend for accountability to do this with me. There's so many things that it's not hard. And listen, it's not easy. I get it. Like I tell people, I've been overweight when I had babies. So oftentimes people will say, well, what was your fat loss story? How much have you lost? And I say, well, I've had 4 daughters and I gained anywhere from 30 to one to like almost 50 with one. So I said, I've been up and down. And the girls are very soon going to be 15, 13, 11, and 9. So we had them right after another. Got pregnant, had a baby, waited for a little bit, got pregnant, had another baby. So in between all of those, my weight fluctuated for all of those years. And so at the very end, after our last daughter, and I wanted to lose the last little bit of weight, I had to go, okay, it's not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen in a month. I'm going to work on making this a lifestyle. I'm going to drink more water. I got rid of the orange juice because I used to drink a lot of it. I got rid of the mac and cheese. I stopped eating all the kid food, and I just made better choices and did it consistently over time. Hi. So that is the specific goal and how to help you with that for sure. The last question I would say is just tune in here. So if you have specific questions, head over to KetoMomSecrets.com. So it's all one word, KetoMomSecrets.com. And there's recipes, there's different videos that we've done to help you on your journey, more specific, different steps. Like there's no shortage of information. I'm going to guess I'm not the only person that you watch online. I'm going to guess there's lots of us. There's so many people that love to make different recipes. So here's the kicker. You can gather all this information. You know what to do. You know what to eat. You know how to look at what you're drinking. You know that if you can physically move your body, you're going to move your body. You know that you should be drinking your water. You know that maybe you should take the bun off the burger. You know that you don't need the Snicker bar or the donut. You know you should be grabbing the almonds instead of the cookies. Like, you know what to do. And it's not easy being overweight, right? It's not. And it's not easy to do this lifestyle, but it's simple. The word is simple. Simple process of following a couple of different things, making a couple better choices, not eating when you're not hungry. Keep it simple. Please ask questions. Reach out with any questions that you have. KetoMomSecrets.com. You can go ahead and check for recipes or the book club or any other questions that you have. Reach out to me and I would love to help. Otherwise, I'm going to let you go. So thank you for tuning in. I'll get back to the book club. We've been getting up super early. I'm making excuses. I could get up earlier. We've been staying out late and getting up early for this conference, and so tomorrow's our last day. And then we'll be back in Minnesota. So if you don't know, one of the biggest things, the last thing I would say is mindset. So if you're not reading to something that's fueling your mindset in the right direction of like positivity or being grateful, thankfulness, the biggest thing I tell people is you can know all of the things, but if you wake up with a negative mindset, you're probably not going to make the best choices that day. So in the mornings, I like to do mindset mornings. We're going through books. Our summer has been a little shifty, right? And so, yes, if you have specific questions, please message me. I would love to help. You can tell me where you're at, how you're starting, what do your foods look like. I'll give you some different specific ideas. Any questions you have, post below, and I'll come back in and private message you those answers. So I hope you have a great day. Hey, thank you. Oh, you have the same dress? Thanks. I don't even know if you like it. You just said you had the same dress. I'm assuming you like it because you said you had one. All right. I appreciate you. Your presence matters. Thank you for always commenting below, and I will talk to you very soon. If you've not tried my mom fuel, that helps immensely. I was just talking about it with somebody else earlier at the conference. Ketones, drinkable ketones. You put it in some water, you shake it up. I'm drinking another one for the day. All right. It's actually incredible. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.